AI has made my work easier, and you can also automate a lot of things that happen at your workplace in different departments, be it marketing, sales, operations, software engineering, and much more. And this video is going to be all about building an application that can make your work life easier, and how can you build an application using AI in very short amount of time, and that can make your processes simpler as well as you more efficient at work. So we'll be using Databutton to build this application, and I'll show you the entire process from scratch on how can you build that. And we'll also be using their templates across different functions of finance, marketing, tech, sales, and much more. Also, if you're new to this channel, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more such amazing videos coming ahead. Now without any further ado, let's get started. So now we are here on the screen, and we are going to vibe code an application that is going to make your work more effective and can automate a lot of things when it comes to your work setting. So we are going to see how this looks like. So we are using Databutton, and Databutton in which you can build real AI apps majorly for work, right? You simply need to give a prompt here and you need to click on build it. But before that, let's see what this has to offer. So it's been you can see different testimonials from different people. Vibe coding for businesses, you can build apps, you can build agents, production environment, vibe coding platform, and your stack. So this is what they offer. And if we click on get started, and you can just simply type in your prompt here, or you can look out for different templates. So the best part I found here is they have a lot of templates that you can get started with immediately and without any hassle. So different operations of work, be it sales or finance or marketing, operations or support or customer success. So if at all you want to build an application that can help you automate some parts of your sales, then this is the particular website that you can go through, or marketing or finance or operations or support, customer success. For example, you can look out for templates like ticket or requesting a triage for CS, customer feedback agent, or on support you can click on support QA coach, or marketing, channel content studio, or operations. So let's try and build document SOP summarizer. So if I'll click on document SOP summarizer, and we'll see what exact steps does it have and how we'll be able to solve it, how much time it is going to take. So this is the interface that it would give it to you. So it's preparing your app, we are getting started and loading a prompt template. So it's automatically loading a prompt template because we are using a template. You can build something from scratch as well that can automate your things easier. And we'll see how this breaks down into different steps that can be used by us, that can be processed one by one, and we'll see the application in real time. So as you can see, here's the workspace, and these are the tasks that are there in front of us. So we have 3 tasks. First is to create an app, create an API to process the policy documents. Second is to set up the database for storing and comparing policies. And third is plan the next development stages together. Which task would you like me to start first? So I'll click on create an API to process policy documents. We'll click on start task. So once we click on start task, so we'll start working on it. We can see what exactly it is doing, how it is thinking, that's also visible. So you just need to enter your OpenAPI key that it will be used. So whether you can get it from your OpenAI platform, your OpenAPI key that will be used to access the models that we want, right? So I'll just put in my OpenAPI key here. So now it has started working on the process. So OpenAPI key is securely stored. This is very important. Now it's creating a new API for policy processing, implementing the endpoint to generate summaries and checklists. OpenAI package is installed. Now it will create API for processing the policy documents, which will include an endpoint that takes the policy text, uses OpenAPI to generate a summary checklist, and returns the result. So this is something that we can see, and this is how we generally build apps, right? We as developers look out for what are the steps, number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, and based upon those steps we try solving bit by bit and then coming to the final product, right? So this is getting solved, and how it's thinking, it is telling us that also. So it's reloading APIs. It's now the policy and API endpoint is created, and now they're asking to test it to ensure that it is working as expected. I'll send a sample policy text to the endpoint and check if it returns a summary or a checklist. So this is the application that we are going to build. It's basically an SOP summarizer. For example, when we join a company or we are in a company and there are certain standard operating procedures and the documents are a lot and we don't need to go through a lot of documents, but I want a summary or a checklist for all the SOPs that might be applicable to me as an engineer in any new company. So you're going to build something like that. That is an SOP summarizer or an SOP checklist. So there was some problem with the open API key that I'm putting it again. Let's try and see if this is working. Yep, the API key has been updated and they're trying to restart the backend. It's testing the endpoint now, and so we are on the second step. It will create some more steps and we'll see how that works. The next logical step is step 3, where we are setting up database for storing and comparing policies. If I want to mark this step as done, I'll click on yes, mark as done. Now second task is done. It's moving on to its third task. Let's see what it says. It will ask me whether I should give it a go ahead for task 3 or not. Yes, the plan sounds good. Let's get the database set up. I'll start by creating the policies table in the database. This table will store the policy documents, including the title, full text, summary, checklist, and it'll step in building the foundation for storing and comparing policies. Now it's running database migration. It has applied migration successfully. So this is how it will be processed, and all these packages would be installed. It will take different steps. If there's some problem in between, it will tell us and we'll try to solve, we'll try to fix, and we can give some prompts and we'll try to test and see if it's actually working. So it is majorly for internal tools specific to any particular task that you want to create, and it can drive productivity in your day-to-day life. So it's very, very crucial that you should use it. Secondly, soon there's going to be an update in which they are going to have different data sources that you can attach to it. You can use your own data and build apps on top of it, be it data coming from Amazon S3, be it data coming from AWS S3, or it's coming from HubSpot or any other third-party vendor. Not just that, if you are a big team and you want a human support or end-to-end support, that also is there with Databutton. You can check out their different packages, and I think that's super cool. If you are not very comfortable coding it yourself, you have a human support or you have somebody from the team who is always there to support you when you are building your applications. So now the third step is complete. In this, it has created the policies table in database, built and tested an API to save new policy documents, built and tested an API to retrieve all the saved policies. And yes, this is second task. Third task is done. Now the fourth task is gonna start. So it's proposing to create the following task: build the main policy management interface. This will create a main user interface for managing policies, page that lists all the existing policies retrieved from backend. The page will also feature a form allowing users to upload new policy documents by providing title. So it is asking me, there's one more task required. So it automatically took the decision itself and it's asking me whether I should go ahead with this decision. Let's create this task. Now this task is getting processed. Now it's saying if I should start working on a task 5. Now the task 5 is getting started. So now it's creating another UI. But I've already tried building using this, and this is the result I got. I don't want to stretch it in this video, but you can take on these steps going forward, and this is how the process would look like. So this is the kind of SOP summarizer that I got. SOP sense, I need to choose a file. For example, I'm putting the employee onboarding policy document for a company like Google, and we'll click on analyze document and see how this works. Once I click on analyze documents, so it's taking some time to process, and let's see what the result is. Yeah, so you can see it has generated the summary and checklist for employee onboarding policy for a software engineering role at Google. The policy, which is effective from September 2025. What are the key sections, purpose and scope? So it tells me what are the purpose and scopes. Onboarding timeline, day 1 orientation, week 1 foundation, 30 days integration. So I don't need to read through all the documents that are there for onboarding. It has just given me this summary and the checklist for this SOP. I think this saves me a lot of time and helps me become more productive at my workplace and for anyone and everyone. Not just this, but several other use cases, right? If you are in finance, there's supplier risk agent, or there's payment collection tool, or there's invoice inbox to ledger, or if you are in marketing, then there are so many other like content brief generator, or campaign performance alert, or LinkedIn content creator. So this is again an agent in which you can create content for your LinkedIn as a marketing person, right? So this is a very important use case. Again, customer success or support. So you can see how useful and relevant this platform is. If you have any doubts, this was all for this particular video. If you have any doubts, let me know in the comments below. I would be more than happy to share. Also, I'll share the link in the description. You can go through it and you'll get 20 free credits to start building apps using Databutton, and you can share your experience with me. Super helpful tool. Also, let me know in the comments below which next tool should I review, and I'll be more than happy to take that forward. Thank you so much. All the best. Good luck and bye.